And for more details, we're joined by our prominent guest over the phone, Dr. Nabeel Eddeen. He's an international relations expert and a member of the Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs. Good afternoon, Dr. Eddeen.
Good afternoon to you and to the respected viewers.
It's a real pleasure to have you, sir, on Arab Affairs. And let me start off with those talks, the highly anticipated talks probably in the whole world right now. The whole world is waiting in anticipation for the results of these talks and setting high hopes, of course. So those talks are going to cover several sensitive points. On top of them is the Iran's nuclear enrichment and, of course, the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, and also Iran's the flow of trade in this particular strait is going to open a lot of other segments that they might come into common concern.
Yes, both delegations have arrived to the Pakistani capital, Islamabad, this morning, and there was two bilateral talks between the Pakistani Prime Minister and the Iranian Mr. Speaker, the Chairman of the House, and from the other hand, a separate meeting with the J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States of America. Those bilateral talks are the, what you call it, preparation for the direct talks sometime this evening. Yeah.
Exactly. But now Iran, prior to coming to this negotiating table or this meeting, where there is going to be talks on a complete end for the war, probably, hopefully, or another expanded phase of ceasefire, they put the two main conditions, which is the compensations for all the losses of this war, and also seizing the war on the first hand over southern Lebanon and stop the strikes over southern Bekaa Valley in order to start any negotiating.
Absolutely. I do believe that neither side is trusting the other. The U.S. Side or camp does not trust too much the Iranian, and the Iranian camp does not trust the Americans. And we are facing a very critical situation because each side has got his own agenda, which is not applicable to the interests of the other side. You mentioned the two conditions, but there is another condition, like, restoring the deposits, Iranian deposits, lost deposits, and stopping the war in South Lebanon. The Israeli Prime Minister is saying, no, it's not included. The Americans have asked him to play a low-key profile. The situation is totally unclear. But the Pakistani negotiator is hoping that after today, and if they keep talking, maybe we will come to an end for such critical and dangerous situation in the Middle East.
Now, President Donald Trump, before the U.S. delegation traveled to Pakistan, he, as usual, gave his controversial statements. He said that whether Iran likes it or no, the Strait of Hormuz will be open, and that they have very little options to negotiate with. Only they have in their hand the Hormuz Strait. Other than that, they are obliged to accept our conditions.
I don't take what Mr. President Donald Trump is saying seriously, because he keeps changing the skin of his color. He came about 5 days ago and said, we're going to share the benefits of charging the tankers. Iran and USA is going to share the money which is going to be involved, which is amazing. You are bombarding this country for the last 35 days or more, and now you're talking about sharing the money with the same victims. I don't take his talk seriously. He keeps changing his color, and the issue is now there's an official American delegates in Islamabad. The whole world is watching, and the whole world is counting. If they fail to get to activate the ceasefire agreement, and if they fail to satisfy the needs of peace and security for Iran, I think they are pushing the Middle East to the gate of hell.
It was said, news or statements were released in the media outlets, most of the media outlets worldwide, that the U.S. have already, prior to the meeting, have accepted releasing the frozen assets of Iran. But then with the experts, talking with several experts, they said that it's very easy to agree to such a condition because releasing the frozen assets is going to take years and years, and it's very complicated, and it includes many items on which all those assets will be frozen, and this happened before on other countries like Iraq, for example, and other countries. So what's your analysis over this?
Releasing the frozen assets of Iraq is not the issue. The issue is, will that country enjoy peace and stability or not? Will this country be a peace player and not a defender of its regime, political regime, or a defender about their people's safety, etc.? I don't take that issue very much seriously, because I believe very much a ceasefire with clear, accepted conditions from both sides is the first step for a logical and wise situation in the Middle East. Otherwise, Iran has known the way. Iran is taking the world economy as a hostage. Iran could easily push the barrel of oil prices up again, not only to $111 for barrel, but maybe for $150 if they close the Hormuz Strait, not only peacefully by maybe bombarding it or whatever. So USA has got a historical, or USA administration is facing a historical choice and a historical moment to be rational and to come up to its responsibilities and say enough is enough. Let's have a new start in the Middle East.
Right. Dr. Nagm, how do you read the statement or the insistence of Iran now after the escalation of this war and the killings of its head officials and the killings in southern Lebanon, assassinations and all that, insisting on imposing tariffs and imposing money on the passers-by, the ships that are passing through the Hormuz Strait? Now, analysts say that imposing such tariffs or such money on those passing ships is going to raise the oil prices on their high ceiling, and this is not going to be in the favor of their number one ally, China. So, will they insist on doing this?
Listen, me, as an international relations analyst, it's very clear to me this war is Benjamin Netanyahu's war. And if we take a solid, clear fact, we can build upon it. That man who is wanted by the ICC for his war crimes in Gaza doesn't want to stop this war. He is escaping to the head. He doesn't want this war to stop. This is not American war. It is an Israeli, or actually Benjamin Netanyahu's war. And to be honest with you, most of the public opinion leaders in USA are now coming up saying, sorry, this is not America's war. Why should we send our sons and brothers to die over there? And today, politically, there is a partisan group from the House I mean bipartisan means members of the Senate from the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. They have declared this morning in D.C., Washington, they're going to start the process to impeach Donald Trump. And remember this, I have written an article about 2 months ago about this issue. Will Trump be impeached? I think today's declaration from D.C. and that bipartisan group is the first stone on that fragile wall.
I mean, concerning the impeachment of President Donald Trump, he has faced several cases of impeachment in the Congress before, even in his first term. But another final important question to you, Dr. Nagm, which is, will the United States need an approval from the Congress to be able to unblock the frozen assets by Iran? And how long will it take?
Obviously, yes. He needs the approval of the Senate, and I think the Senate will not tolerate taking that decision in the heat of this continuous war against Iran.
Right. On that note, Dr. Nabeel Nagm, the international relations expert and member of the Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs, thank you so much for talking